into my eyes and never let it go.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that little montage of me building one of my first mediocre redstone projects. I mean, I've done a few in the past, being redstone doors, and as well as the Sugarcane Farm I will go over in a bit. I feel like I need to keep you guys updated, because every so often people are online, like Josh for example right now, and then people just come online all of a sudden, and what you're getting is a lot of progress has been made. And I can't show you everything, of course, but I can show you many things. I mean, I can't show you guys literally everything that's going on the server, but I can show you guys as much as I can, of course. And also Doc and Rick will be posting their sites once that's done, because I don't know when they are going to start their own series with this. So yeah, we're in our cavern currently, and we have these 3 waterfalls going. There, and there's one here. And I think Rick stopped the 3rd one, right? Or did I stop the 3rd one? I don't know, but somebody stopped the 3rd one. What we want is, we want to continue this waterfall down there until it's in like a little lake down there. You can see it, we already made that lake, well, I already made that lake, I already made the waterfall go into 2 separate ways there, so we can build a little, I don't know, a little watchtower or something in the middle of that specific thing. There's the strip mine we currently got. But we want to keep it from all the way up there to all the way down there, and then we want to have little pockets for water, like that one over there is where we just want to, you know, make a little geyser, I guess, or something. Lighting up a cave is really hard, by the way, because there's fucking crevices everywhere and canyons and shit, and this cave goes on and on, because it over here, don't mind scaffolding over there, but over here the cavern just goes on too, and over there the cavern just goes on too, and over there, I don't think it goes on over there, but that's besides the point. But there is another part of the cavern behind that specific rock. But we are going to be talking about the farm we just made. I'll go over it shortly. I can't really tell you what it does exactly, because honestly someone else made this, and of course I will link the video on the top right now, because honestly, credit where credit is due. This is an amazing farm. What this actually does is it generates both moss and bone meal for you. So I think I've let it running for about 50 minutes right now, and it has already generated a couple moss carpet and a couple moss blocks and everything. And it has already generated almost a stack of bone meal. It's like 50 minutes, like I said, so it's not really that long yet, but you can hear it. Maybe you can hear it in the background, but it's really working already. We want all of this done in the cavern, by the way. All of these farms, we want them to be done in the cavern. So what does this do exactly? I need an elevated position for that, otherwise I can't really show you. I think you can turn it off by this lever. I haven't tried it yet, and honestly I don't want to try anything, because otherwise I'll fuck things up, which I don't want to have right now. There's lava, there's a water bucket down here, or water pocket I should say, and there's lava going over here. And every so often, when this starts to push, because there's pistons down here, the water that's underneath here can flow over there. Then the lava turns into stone, and then it gets pushed all the way over there. And because it's a repeated process, you can see that the stone is being pushed over there over time. And of course bone meal is used for getting the moss blocks back and everything. And when the timer is over and the bone meal starts again, then the water pops up like here, and then everything goes down the drain. I mean, it's a nifty process. I didn't even realize that until right now, that this is kind of how it works. But it pushes the moss blocks, it squeezes the moss blocks out with the stone, and then you keep getting that. And I don't know what half of this is used for, because I'm not that good at redstone. So what they do is they fill these composters, which go into the hoppers. Eventually, when they become bone meal, then they go into this dropper, or yeah, a dropper. And if there's enough in it, I don't know, I don't really know how that works either. But I think when it's above 40 or something, then it stops putting it in there, and then it just throws one in here. I don't know exactly what this lever switches in the circuit, but all I do know is that as this torch is turned off, but what I do know is that it makes much more bone meal rather than moss, which is what we actually need right now. But then again, it would also be quite lovely to have a lot of bone meal sooner or later, because we're gonna need that too. So you can see it right here. Here we have the pistons turning on and off because of the circuit. You can see the water block in the middle there, and I'm not gonna touch this anymore because honestly I don't want it. You might think like, oh, this actually took a while because it's your first mediocre redstone project, but the guy that actually made this was actually so good with building this as well as making the video. He did it in 6 minutes. All I had to do, that's why you see me pausing every so often, because I was watching his video like what am I supposed to do next, because I don't know this from the top of my head. It looks really ugly, but that's all the redstone projects are nowadays. They look really ugly and you have to hide them basically. So what we are going to do here is make a grand entrance. I don't really know how I'm going to do this yet, but we want to make more of these pockets, you know, with rooms behind them. The plan is to make a dwarven, or well, I want to say a dwarven village, but the plan is to make an underground civilization. And the first thing that comes to mind is, of course, the dwarven civilization from Lord of the Rings, I would say. But the plan is to make all these redstone projects down here, maybe in a specific room. If we go down another story, then we should be able to find Rick's future project, which I, of course, need to be helping him with. This is the future project that Rick is working on, which is the Iron Farm. And of course it hasn't even started yet, but that's really besides the point. The Moss/Bonemeal farm isn't really expensive to build. It's maybe time consuming. I did it in one go, which is the first time. But like I said, the guy took like 6 minutes to explain it from top to bottom. So it's not gonna be a long one either way. But then again, if you see this contraption, what comes to mind at first, you know? It's a hard one to make. I mean, it doesn't really look really beautiful. I don't know why these furnaces are here either way, but they seem to work. I think they are pushing the stone, that they are not going anywhere except for where they are supposed to be, because of course the stone and the rest of it will be squished eventually. Somebody has to let me know what these furnaces actually do. But it's a really nice contraption. It's also an AFK farm, because as you can see, I'm currently not even doing anything with it, and it just keeps going. So all I have to do is be in or around the vicinity and just stay in my little corner over here, and then the contraption will just keep going. And as you can see, it's generating like crazy. And a bone meal, I think, yeah, it's over a stack already. So I just have to be around here, you know, keep the junk loading. And it'll do everything eventually. This was also one of the first contraptions that we actually really needed, because Rick and I have this little thing we want to do. We want to make it both a little bit like a lush cave, as well as with an industrial theme. And yeah, he needs moss for that, so, you know, he wanted me to make a moss farm, or he actually wanted to make it himself, but like I said, it took like 30 minutes to make in total. We don't really know any color palette just yet. Yeah, you've also seen this in the last video, by the way. This was the animal pens currently. That's my horse over there. It doesn't have a name just yet. I don't know if I'll ever give it a name, because I don't like the horse. But we got chickens, we got cows, we got pigs, which don't really have a lot of right now, and we got black sheep, because white sheep weren't in the vicinity anymore or something. I don't fucking know what really happened there. We also changed this, which is it's now a blue stained glass floor with an axolotl beneath it. Now, of course, you might be wondering like, oh, what's that little guy doing down there all by himself? Well, there's gonna be companions for him. Now, this is just our starter base. This is just where we save our shit, you know, put just storage and the beds and stuff. But we are going to make a base down there eventually. Another thing is the pagoda that Dominic built. But yeah, we'll go over that when it's done, because the inside hasn't been done yet and everything. So he still needs to work on that. It looks amazing, though. Even though it's from the wood that he stole from me and Rick, but okay. Me and Rick found this treasure map a while ago, and we never actually went back to get it, so might as well just go with it now. And of course, the moment I start recording, people start calling me about task assignments from school, because that's how it works nowadays. And of course, we're going to have fun with zombies too, and I didn't really bring any fucking bed with me. Die, scumbags. All I want is the treasure, there's nothing else I want. Is there a party I'm not invited to or something? Is that why you're keeping me out of here? Where do they even come from? These treasure maps are really Hard to read, by the way, because it says X marks the spot, but X is like a couple tiles big on a map like this. Oh, there it is. Good on me. Taking this sand with me, because we also need a lot of glass for later. One of the creepers actually broke our enchantment room glass. And what do we got in here? Some gold, some fish. Nice, okay, it's not that bad. Go. We do need the iron. I mean, like I said, Rick is going to work on an iron farm. As long as that farm isn't set up properly, all the iron we can get is nice for all of us. Or just the two of us actually, because the others are not getting anything without them paying. We do actually work like Hermitcraft in that sense. So we make farms and we sell it to one another. I think most communities actually do this. It's not only Hermitcraft. Then again, I am not one of those people who watches a lot of Hermitcraft. Even though the YouTubers are actually really good. Because most of what I can see from Korean and Mumbo Jumbo, for example, those are amazing builders. But also other guys like Xisma Void and what do you call him? Vintage Beef? Does he still do Hermitcraft? I don't even remember anymore. The plan for this series, by the way, is to get as much done as possible. Because what me and Rick have been wanting is a season where we don't get fucked by either the server host or by our own motivation. Because a lot of what people don't really see is the fact that sometimes when a server motivation drops, the server is just done for. And like I said, that's one of the biggest issues. Fuck's sake, there's a penis, that's green penis. Stop that. But individual motivation is usually linked to group motivation in these group projects. And right now the server participation is high, which also means that the server is getting a lot of attention from the players. Because, you know, there's only 2 on right now, but trust me, there's like 6 or 7 people. And they are already working on shit. Dark space is up there, you can't really see it yet, but we will go over those once they start building and shit. Because right now it's just, there's a pagoda and there's a couple bamboo over there. Doc doesn't start building until he actually has the materials. We start building and then we still need the materials. Some of the people that are currently on this server want this to be like Hermitcraft, and then I'm like, you don't want to be Hermitcraft, because Hermitcraft just works for the exact same reason why it works with other SMPs. Because they have their own little things that makes them stand out. You know, the amount of YouTubers, the amount of big projects going on there, and the amount of dedication that it takes. But in this server, you know, there's not too many big projects, but the people that are on here are really good at building. I mean, fucking take a look at that. Oh yeah, also another thing, the Sugarcane Farm. You might have seen this in Season 2 or Season 2.5. I don't know, this Season 2.5 was only 1 episode anyway. But Season 2, we might have had this farm somewhere laying around, but this just generates sugarcane. It doesn't really go like crazy, because I think it needs light. But how this works is... This is Tango Text design, by the way, but how this works is this observer will take a look at anything going on this block, I think, because it just pushed me over there and I don't really know how that works. But as soon as anything changes on that block, it starts the pistons on all sides and it puts all of the sugarcane in here. And you can see it already has been generating quite a decent amount for just 14 sugarcane. But then again, we've made this like a couple days ago and we've been on a ton of times. But what this does, the iron bars, is the sugarcane will fall against these bars, and then it will just go into the hopper with the water flow into the hopper, and then you can collect it from here. It works really nice, I gotta say. Tango Tech really did a good job on it. I don't know if it's actually his design, but it's the video I usually watch. So a lot of designs that we come up with are basically stolen, because we are not that good redstoners. We are also not that good of builders. I mean, you can clearly see it by just this. Maybe you think it's good, maybe you don't. You know, it's always subjective. Also, this is quite subjective, because, you know, a lot of people actually told me like, hey, why don't you just put a little gradient in it, you know, put a little more detail into it. And I'm like, fuck, do you have any idea how long that damn roof took? And also this, man, this fucking roof, I hate it. I made like 20 designs for this roof, and none of them just worked out. It's a to-do wall, and a thing that I need to do on the to-do wall is make a damn roof. But we also did a couple of these things, and yeah, we still need to do some of these other things. We have done this one though, so this one can fuck right off. Where's the sign gone? It's still there. Yeah, it is. Well, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, I think I need to be doing is try to work on a design for a little house that comes in front of the moss area. And I don't know right now what I wanted in terms of a house, because what we want, or what we really want right now, is, you know, we want to try and make a little house here. So it goes like a little arch, and I think this should be high enough up until that roof. Do everything we need. How much has this been generating? By the way, oh, that's nice. And how much has this been generating? That looks really nice. Well, this took me like all afternoon, but I think it's finally ready to be shown, at least a little bit. It's not done yet, it's far from done. So like I said, I wanted kind of a lush cave vibe. I didn't really catch that vibe just yet. This is one of the first rooms I've ever built like this. It still has to be lit up properly in some places with the shroom lights, but I don't have enough shroom lights as we speak, so that will be in a future video as in progress. What I wanted to do is capture a little bit of a cave-like feeling, that there's a little cave down here which has a tree in it, you know, and a little pond, but the thing is that this room is quite too small, so I couldn't really capture that entire feeling. Another thing that I want to be showing you guys is why I can't make this room any bigger. It seems to be that Rick decided to build here. He's currently building on the entrance. Don't know what exactly he's doing, but that'll be for another time. But yeah, these farms are literally next to one another. I also had to put all of the empty blocks had to be put carpet on, otherwise the iron golem would spawn here, because you could maybe see that in the replay mods capture thing. But I can't make it any bigger on this side, which is really unfortunate. I mean, I can make it bigger on this side, but the thing is, there's another cavern right over here. Oh well, not an entire cavern, but you know, it sticks out over here too. So like I said, it's far from done. And this actually took an entire afternoon to build. Unfortunately, I cannot really build for shit. That's another thing, because you can clearly see it right here. I mean, I'm trying to decorate as much as I can, but it still looks like a square. Then again, I wanted to make it look like a square because I cannot build outwards any further on one side, but that doesn't really matter because I think I can just... Maybe I'll try to do something here, you know, make it bigger on this side to make it look like a somewhat more of a cave. Maybe on this side too, and maybe on this side too, but that's for later. Right now I just want to keep it like this, keep it in a box, because it just works, and we don't really have a lot of materials just yet for what I need in terms of this. I mean, we got moss enough, but the thing is, I also need much more of these blossoms, I need much more of these vines, I need more of those grow liches and shit. And shroom lights is also a thing that I need. Yeah, I wanted to make a little island, but like I said, it's not big enough, so I can't really do what I want here. So I gotta make it bigger somehow, but I think that'll just be for this part. And I think what I'm gonna do is make a hole in this part and then get a waterfall out of it, because right now this doesn't really look too good. It just looks too blocky, you know. And the thing is, you gotta build around this structure. I can't just put it away, you know, I can box it in or something, but the thing is, that's not what we want to do. Not entirely, at least. On one hand, this looks like a fine job, for me at least, and on the other hand, it kind of looks fucked because of this thing that's in the middle. But the thing is, I want to make it look aesthetic too, but if there's a big redstone farm in the way, what can you do? So for future references, we'd best make the house first, or the thing that we want to build first, and the farm itself after it. It just doesn't really feel like an actual lush cave, you know, it just feels like a moss cave. I think I need to incorporate more stone in this. because right now it's just all moss. But then again, we don't have any stone right now, which is another thing, because we are low on certain resources. We aren't low on these things, but we like iron and moss especially, and bone meal. But when it comes to stone, we don't have any. Another thing that I did was extend the hoppers outward, but the thing is that it looks even uglier then, and this one is off-center compared to that one, which is also quite annoying. But I'm not gonna fix that, because otherwise I'll have to put them on. Maybe I'll fix that someday, but not right now, because that's just I've been busy for the entire afternoon, and I just wanted to get this done. So like I said, I'm going to be incorporating more mossy cobblestone and more brickstone maybe. We'll see about that. But right now, I think that this is all that it is. There's gonna be little gaps because I forgot about them, so it seems. But right now I feel like it's job well done. Oh well, job done. Because well done, meh. So I'll say this again, you can join the server whenever you want. The Discord link is down below, and this is a free-for-all server that you don't need Patreon donations or anything to get on this. It's just free-for-all. But if we do see you doing some weird shit, then we are gonna ban you either way. Like I said, we want to make this season the biggest season yet. We want to try and see if we can hold it for the entire year, which is really an accomplishment if we do. Because there have been people who quit Minecraft at like 1 episode. I mean, just take a look at season 2.5, that's literally just 1 episode. But yeah, this season is gonna be the biggest one yet. It's the plan, of course, but that's what we say every season, so who knows. I need video ideas, by the way, so if you do have any video ideas that I can work with, let me know in the comments down below. You know, maybe you want me to gather all, I don't know, all other types of wood, or maybe you just want to see me explore. I really don't care either way, I just need more video ideas, because I got about 10 and one has just been done. So ladies and gentlemen, what I want to tell you guys is leave a like if you enjoyed, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you all again next time.